Pad and Gareth Cross has raised the finger, and that's the 4th wicket for Lancashire and the 2nd for Jack Blatherwick.
Well, it looked pretty straight, didn't it, from where we're looking at? To much hesitation from umpire Gareth Cross. Below for Kent. Benjamin, a dangerous player. It's gone for 15. 4 down now.
Yeah, to lose a wicket that sort of off a full toss, you know, they will be very disappointing. I'm sure Chris Benjamin will be as well. For Lancashire, they'll be ecstatic. Let's pick up the 4th wicket.
Grant Stewart, new batter to join captain Daniel Bell-Drummond, who now increasingly plenty will depend on for Kent. It has been a real scrap for him. You can see by the numbers next to his name, 35 he's got off over an hour and 20 minutes of batting and 59 deliveries faced, so he really has to scrap at this at his end to try and get runs on the board. Stewart comes out to join him. Just watching back that replay of the Benjamin LBW. Could have been a tough goal for the batter.
Short of a length again from Blatherwick. It's hit Stewart just on the shoulder region.
It just appeared to be, and now it's Blatherwick and Stanley that have bowled from that end, so it'd be interesting to see what they would be like bowling from this end, but it does feel like there is at the minute a little bit more bounce from that end.
This time finding that leading edge. This time for Kent, not finding the fielder. Lancashire just sensing a period here where they can really attack and really put Kent into some trouble.
Almost a second leading edge. It would have been a caught and bowled of the match. Someone early from off the bowling of Mitchell Stanley.
This one's pulled away for a single down to fine leg fielder. And Mitchell Stanley down there doing the fielding. Oh. Still plenty happening out there for Lancashire seamers. Interesting that Balderson stuck with Shetty here. I thought Balderson didn't quite hit his line of lengths, but he must have been tempted to bring himself back on now. Chris Benjamin is back in the changing rooms and a new batter is in. Seam has done the damage so far.
Well, Stewart's approach might not be too dissimilar to Benjamin, especially facing the spinner.
You lead, your super agents go to work, completing tasks, scheduling work, creating designs, and even running entire workflows. And starting today, every human can create an AI agent. It's a total leapfrog in productivity. Maximize productivity with your first super agent today.
This also might not quite be the type of surface where you can be as risky as that. Bell-Drummond's approach has been quite the opposite. Maybe the fact that Benjamin's gone, just encouraging Balderson to keep Shetty out there. He needs Shetty for his allocation of 10. Should it go the full distance of 50 overs.
5 now on 5. Come 2 now on 2. Still 2. Come 4.
Going right back there,
3
Grant
3
Stewart.
on 3.
Yeah, there is that as well, isn't there? Of getting Shetty's overs in. You don't want to use all your seamers up and then Shetty's having to bowl the last 5 overs or so.
2 on 2. Come 4 on 4.
Stopped by Keaton Jennings.
2
Shetty probably fancied a single then. Done well low down to his left, tumbling stop.
2 on 2. Come 4.
Might be 4. It is. There's 2 on the leg side boundary. Stewart managed to drag it right in between the pair of them, Jack Blatherwick and Mitchell Stanley. He moves to 5. 95 for 4.
Yeah, not quite followed up for that length, for that pace that he's bowling. Sorry, Shetty, a little bit slower, but a bit of a drag down gives Stewart the chance to pull it away for 4.
Come 4 4. Come 6 next on 6. Come 3 and 5 next on 5. 2 on 2.
Top ball to end the over, one that almost sneaked through.
Come 6 next on 6.
4 coming off the over, he's bowled 2 now. Araf Shetty with 23 in.
5 next.
And Kenton 95 for 5.
Come 3. Come 5 next. I'll wait until they get to 100.
Still a slip in for Blatherwick. He goes full of a length again. Bell Drummond
Come to 1 next on 1.
defending out into the onside.
6 on 6. Come 3 on 3. Come to 4 next. On 4.
Just the square fielders are out on the boundary, so deep square. A fine leg and a third man kind of signals the length that Blatherwick is looking to bowl. Really hit that pitch hard. They speak about a 6 foot sort of length. You'll often find bowling coaches putting the mats out and the cones at the 6 foot length. I just want the seamers to hit that hard in the white ball game. So slips come out for Blatherwick now. So a deep cover point has gone out, and it's pulled nicely into the leg side from Bell Drummond. And it's a fabulous effort from Joe Moores, but sadly he can't quite stop. Bell Drummond picking up another 4.
Come to 6 next. 6. 1 on 1.
Fuller, beautiful shot from Bell Drummond. Nicely timed and balanced, but he only gets a single straight down the ground. Oh, it's overstepped again from Blatherwick. And again, Bell Drummond is giving the free hit to someone else. I think it's twice now he's found singles off Jack Blatherwick overstepping. So this gives Lancashire and George Balderson the opportunity just to change the field.
Can I have a white? Free.
So third man's going to come up. Deep backward point. Deep cover. Square leg and deep mid wicket. Oh, square leg's now coming up. So long on is going to head back. Interesting to see what kind of length he's going to bowl and what kind of line here with long on and deep mid wicket, but it's gone wide on the offside, so it's going to be another free hit. So he's trying to push it wide into the pitch as Blatherwick. Yeah, even though Stewart did step across, the ball was actually more or less ended off the strip. Again, signalled a wide. This time Stewart, I think, bluffing Blatherwick there, and I don't think he stepped across as much this time. Blatherwick there, just asking the umpire Gareth Cross how much the line moves with the batter.
No issues with that one. That one definitely was.
Yeah, I don't think you can complain about that.
Still on a free hit here as well, aren't we?
Yeah, still a free hit. Stewart probably feels like he's missed out there. Back of a length, straight. Not quite got up as he expected. Deep square was up as well, so brave from Fine leg and the third man. And it's short, hitting Stewart. I think he's threw it that early. It's kind of on the back. Continue.
6 next. 6. 2 next on 2. Coming to 4.
Single just tucked away towards square leg. Score moves on to 104 for 4. Brings Grant Stewart back on strike.
2 on 2. Coming to 4 next on 4.
Stanley's there to field.
Coming to
Just a single.
2.
Good afternoon, Graham.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad.
How are you enjoying life at Farrington so far?
Yeah, it's great. It's a fantastic setting, isn't it? Very open. But you know, the view of spectators all around on the banks with their own chairs and all that kind of stuff. It's a real almost a little bit like a homely feel about it.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's got it does have a. I was saying to Callum before, everyone's settling in, aren't they? Because everyone needs to get used to the new facilities, whether it's players and officials getting used to where they're changing and where they're based, whether it's supporters looking to try and get used to the ground and what's the best position to be in. But it does have a very nice feel to it. I think it does help.
अरे सुनो ब्राइट तो सब राइट कर देगा ना
Well,
yeah, I mean we've both been here before, haven't we? You know, it was March time, and I think you were here a couple of weeks ago, all that kind of stuff. But I turned up this morning, not knowing where I was going to be placed. So I don't know about yourself and what have you, but it's all new, isn't it? You just don't know. As you say, there's a kind of settling in process, and we'll all be a little bit more familiar on Thursday. And yeah, it's good.
staging
It's
the
good.
game, and to know that 25 overs facility
Oh,
gone, so This
Has
has
got
to have
people
a
in.
drinks break. That's where it's set up at the minute. Kind of safely through the doors and found their seats. We've got cricket being played. There'd be a lot of people, I guess, with a 25 overs in. Relief a little bit as well.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Bell Drummond,
you know, there'll be a few
captain.
going home tonight.
well, holding
If everything
things together here.
runs
42
smoothly
not
as you
out.
expect,
Couple of wickets for Jack
they'll be pretty
Blatherwick.
proud
One
of
each.
what they've achieved
Tom
over the
Bailey
last.
and for Mitchell Stanley as well.
Paul Allett here was saying, you know, it's around about
at AO
12
Farrington
years in the
Cricket
making. I
Ground.
think
Lancashire's
he kind of first
new
had the
second
thought
home. It seems
of
a
what
bit
it could
odd,
look
doesn't
like
it,
when he went to the
describing it
Hagley
as a
Oval
second home, but
in
because they've got
Christchurch.
they're welcomed and they're
So yeah, there'll be a
beautifully hosted
a lot
and
of
well
people
looked
will be
after,
pretty
whether it's
proud and
Stanley
quite
Park
rightly
in
so.
Blackpool or Trafalgar Road in Southport, or we go to Sebba the other day. But I suppose for the club, having
here
had
on
such
Thursday
a long
as well,
period now of putting this in
to
place
say,
in
try
conjunction
and
with
dig
the
out a
council,
ticket if you can, because I'm not quite sure if it's
to
sold out.
have
I know that the
setup
allocation that they had for
open
this
and
game is
ready
not to
for
full
this
capacity.
half of it,
The
the professional
limited
half of
number
it,
of
to be
tickets
staged
available. I know
game.
this game
and
was
to
sold
know
out.
that
That this
those that were
facility available for
has got
purchase
people in
for members originally, and then
everyone's
kind of the general
kind of
admission
safely
afterwards.
through the
We're
doors,
all
have found
taken,
their
so I'm
seats.
not
We've got
sure
cricket
whether
being
Thursday
played. There'll be a lot
still-
of people, I
still
guess, with
tickets available or
breathing
not,
a sigh
but
of relief a little bit as well.
Yeah,
Look,
we're still
I was
actually in a
gonna
test
say,
event. Fairs, aren't
you
we?
know,
There'll be a few
so
going home tonight. I think it's about 2,000. If everything
today, and then
runs smoothly as you
expecting potentially
expect,
5 in the future.
whether that kind of future is as early as Thursday.
They'll be pretty proud.
Again, I'm not 100%
No,
sure
no,
they've achieved
I'm
over the
I
last.
think perhaps not. I think maybe this game
Well,
and Thursday's match is part
Paul
of
Allett
that
here was
initial
saying,
test
you know, it's around
period.
about
Yeah, you would be
12 years
surprised.
in the making. I
wouldn't
think he kind of first
if one is not
had the
other,
thought
given
of
the close proximity
of what it could look like when he went to the Hagley
Mitchell
Oval
Stanley's gonna return.
in Christchurch.
Ball 6 overs.
So yeah,
First
there'll
up
be
in the power play
a lot of people who'll be pretty proud, and quite rightly
for
so.
18. He's back for another burst here. 107 for 4. Halfway stage, 25 overs gone. Back here on Thursday as well, potentially 25 to come.
Look to say, try and dig out a ticket if you can, because I'm not quite sure if it's sold out. I know that the allocation that they had for this game, and it's not to full capacity, and a limited number of tickets
All
available.
very
I know
nicely,
this,
Mitch
this game
Stanley.
was sold out. Those that were available for purchase
Could tell that
for
Daniel
members
Bell
originally,
Drummond,
and then
who equally
the
has
general
played pretty
admission
nicely
afterwards.
himself,
were all taken. So I
was having a
not
few
sure whether
issues
Thursday
early
still,
doors, and
there's
there's
still
obviously been
tickets available or
variation
not,
on the
but
pitch, hasn't there? It's got to be
We're
expected
still-
at this stage. We're still actually in a test event. Fairs, aren't
we
we?
are.
I never
Yeah,
turned up
so
here today expecting about 2,090
you know,
today, and
which
we've seen at various
expecting
stages.
potentially
One day
5
come
in the
up,
future,
whether that kind of future is as early as Thursday. Again, I'm not 100%
no,
sure.
no, I'm not.
Matthew Hurst and
I
down
think
towards the
perhaps not.
boundary.
I think maybe this game and Thursday's match is part of that
Gone for 4.
initial test
Thick
period.
top edge of the
Yeah,
bat
you
of Grant
would be
Stewart.
surprised, wouldn't you, if one is and not the other, given the close proximity. Lancashire could do with getting Stewart out pretty quickly, because
Mitchell Stanley's
whilst they
gonna
will
return.
feel they're on top of the game at the moment,
Ball 6 overs. First up in the
the
power
way
play
that he plays, that could change pretty
for
quickly.
18.
He's, as you
back
saw
for
with
the
that
burst
shot,
here.
he's going to chance his arm. He's not
7
going to
for
die
4.
wondering.
Halfway stage,
And
25 overs gone.
He's done it to them before in a
Potentially 25
championship
to come.
game.
Kent.
I've seen him take Yorkshire down in a one-day game at Canterbury. So, all very nicely, Mitch Stanley. He's a dangerous customer without doubt. Could
Got
tell
that
that Daniel
added
Bell
licence
Drummond,
to the way that
who
Bell Drummond
equally
is
has played pretty nicely himself,
anchoring things
was
at the
having
other
a few
end.
issues early
Felt
doors.
like the
and there's obviously
Benjamin
been
wicket was a
variation
key
on the
wicket
pitch,
for
hasn't
Lancashire to get for
there?
similar
It's got to be
reasons.
expected at this stage. I never turned up here today. Yeah, I do expecting think that
380 to play
that
390.
Stewart will
you know.
probably, which we've seen at various stages, be there thinking, well, at some point there's going to be one with my name on it.
So the top
Muscled out towards the leg
Matthew
side.
Hurst and down towards the boundary. Might be all the way for 6 again. It's gone for 4. Thick top edge of the
cross,
bat
just
Grant
waiting for a
Stewart.
little bit of assistance from the fielder.
Lancashire could do with getting Stewart
4.
out pretty quickly, because whilst they will feel they're on top of the game at the
Manson.
moment,
Over the rope.
the way that he plays, that could change pretty quickly. He's, as you saw with that shot, he's going to chance his arm. He's not
give
going to die
himself room,
wondering.
isn't he, Stewart?
And he's done it to them before in a championship game. I've seen him take Yorkshire down in a one-day game. Base of the stump, Yorker might be the play if you can. So if you can get it there, almost go death at this stage of the innings.
Probably got that added licence too, with the way that Bell Drummond is doing things at the other end. Extra pace and bounce. Felt like the Benjamin wicket was a key wicket for Lancashire to get for similar reasons. Good contest, this, isn't it? Stanley to Stewart.
I think hurried him might have been a bit of an understatement. I do think that Stewart was sharp, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
He'd be there thinking, well, at some point there's going to be one with my name on it.
Ability where he can bang that in at pace, muscled out towards the leg side as well. Get the ball to move, certainly early on. All the way for 6 again. By Gareth Cross, just waiting for a little bit of assistance from the fielder. And there's that fuller length from Stanley, called a 4. Swing and a miss, bounce and through to keeper Matthew Hurst. 26 gone, 115 for 4. Here on Lancs TV, coming live from the AO Farrington Cricket Ground.
To give himself room, isn't he, Stewart?
Metrobank One Day Cup. Stewart's 15, Bell Drummond on 42. Time for an ice cream.
Looks like he's got your name. Base of the stump, Yorker might be the play if you can.
Tell you what, I'll go now.
Get it there, almost go death at this stage of the innings. Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
All right.
You crack on.
I'll bring you one back, though, don't worry.
Just don't buy it now if you're going to be an hour and a half.
Stanley gets. Shetty's going to go again. Stanley to Stewart. 3 overs for 19.
A bit of an understatement there. That was sharp, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. What have we got inside the ground? We've got the ice cream van. What's the... I don't know what the eating option where you can bang that in at pace. And then he can push it fuller as well and get the ball to move, certainly early on when the ball's newer. Never too far away from a burger van. He's terrific to watch in the cricket ground.
Be a hog roast somewhere, you would think, as well.
There's that fuller length from Stanley. Swing and a miss, and through to keeper Matthew Hurst. 26 gone, 115 for 4. Pick up and throw by Bailey towards the bowler's end. TV get through for a single. Coming live from the AO Farrington Cricket Ground. 43. The Metrobank One Day Cup. 16 Stewart's 15. Bell Drummond on 42.
Got a really nice mix now, haven't they, Lancashire, of kind of outgrounds. You have to throw this into that category. I know it's purpose built.
I'll go now.
It does fall into that outground category.
Yeah,
it's fine, yeah.
Liverpool,
Right.
Southport, I'll bring you one back, though.
Just don't buy it now if you're going to be an hour and a half.
Can play at Beckenham, don't they? I think that that's their only second ground to Canterbury. Shetty's going to go again.
Yeah.
So he's bowled 3 overs for 19.
They have played at Tunbridge Wells in the past, haven't they? And Maidstone.
I don't think they've been recently on the list. The ice cream van. What's the... I don't know what the eating option is.
There's a burger van, I think.
A classic of the 18 first-class counties that don't take much, if anything, away from their main ground. Never too far away from a burger van at the back foot and driven firmly in the cricket ground.
Paul Edwards, a hog roast somewhere, you would think. The press tent this morning was saying that he makes it the first purpose-built venue, or the first new purpose-built venue on the circuit since the Rose Bowl in 2001.
Throw by Bailey towards the bowler's end, but they'll get through for a single. Bell Drummond to a watchful 43. 16 for 4. Yes, it's quite a unique facility, which...
Got a really nice mix now, haven't you, Lancashire of kind of outgrounds. You have to throw this into that category. I know it's purpose built.
Part funded by Lancashire Cricket Club, but
it does fall into that outground category.
The council,
Liverpool, Southport, Blackpool, Sedbergh.
Financially of the project, which is the reason why there's such a heavy insistence on Kent Clare Beckenham side. I think that that's their only second ground to Canterbury.
Yeah.
Cricket away from the professional.
They have played at Tunbridge Wells in the past,
group setups.
And Maidstone.
It's in the air. It's in the air and over the rope. It's halfway up the grass bank and somewhere near the ice cream van of the 18 first-class counties that don't. Intent being shown by Grant Stewart. 22 off 25 now.
When you actually think about
the back foot driven
the outgrounds that Lancashire have got, Paul Edwards in the for And the press
for an
tent this
event
morning
like
was
this,
saying that
this place isn't
makes
really
it the
needed,
first
is it?
purpose-built venue.
They could quite easily have taken this to
Liverpool
venue
or Southport
or
on the
Blackpool.
circuit since the Rose Bowl in 2000.
But it's everything else around it that's perhaps
of more importance. You know, the community side of things, the training facilities.
Yes, it's quite a
that you
unique
can
facility,
use
which,
this place
again, for
for
the benefit not just
when
of
the 100
Lancashire
takes over
viewers,
Old
but
Trafford,
for
all
Kent
that kind of
supporters
thing.
as well, which is part funded by Lancashire Cricket Club, but yeah, there's actually a restriction on the number of ticketed games that financially can actually have the project. The majority of the reason why there's such a heavy ticketed professional on the community side of there will be the professional games, obviously pitches and the use for. But the bulk of the stuff here will be cricket away from the professional age group games, either on the community side or it's in the air, as you say, for training. It's in the air and over the rope. Team, it's halfway up the grass bank and somewhere near the women's ice cream van. Professional and then age group. Intent being shown by Grant Stewart. 22 off 25 now. So an event like this with crowds in is great. It's a lovely headline feature to have, but the facilities
for an event like
just
this, this play.
Stewart's gone. Live by the sword and perhaps die by it, going for another big shot. One gets through. Stewart's gone for 22. Stanley's come back.
You know, the
Captain George Balderson will be delighted with that decision because he's picked up the wicket of Stewart. Kent to 5 down now, 123 for 5.
That you can use this place.
Whether it was quite the Yorker that I was talking about earlier on,
I'm not 100% sure, but it looked pretty full, and that was the way that Stewart was always likely to go because he just wasn't getting in line. He played some nice shots, don't get me wrong, but he never had
games that Lancashire can actually
the look of somebody who wanted to get into line
from
against Stanley. There you go. Yeah, so
setup. There will be professional games, obviously.
Steps outside leg and looks to whack it basically, doesn't he? Quite Yorker length, but not far off. Good bowling.
For, as you say, for training, for second team, age groups. It's quite deep in the crease there, isn't it? But again, it's those shorter balls that Stanley have got as professional, potentially pushing Stewart back a little bit. Pathway cricket being played here as well. And he's got that terrific. So an event like this with crowds in is great. It's a lovely headline feature to have, but the facilities.
To be fair, I mean, Stewart played the short ball pretty nicely, didn't he? And had quite a lot of success against it.
Stewart's gone. Coming out to join Daniel. Live by the sword and perhaps die by it, going for another big shot. One gets through. Stewart's gone for 22. Captain Stanley's come back. 123 for 5. Captain George Balderson will be delighted with that decision because he's picked up the wicket of Stewart.
Kent will be a million
miles. Kent to 5 down now. 123 for 5.
You know, whether it was said before, I didn't. The Yorker that I was talking about earlier on, to play 380. I'm not 100% sure, but it would suspect pretty full, and that was the way somehow that Stewart was always likely to go because he just wasn't getting in line. He played some nice shots, don't get me wrong, but he never had. Shouldn't get any easier to bat, should it? The look of somebody who wanted to
he wouldn't have
wanted to get into line against Stanley. There you go. Yeah, so
perhaps Kent don't quite have the
steps outside leg.
Stanley in there
and looks to whack it basically, doesn't he? Quite Yorker length, but not far off.
Attack nonetheless. Additional spinach there, isn't it? But again, it's those shorter balls that Stanley have got as Matt Parton, pushing Stewart back a little bit. Like it's just seam heavy, 4 seamers, and then he's got that terrific ability to push it to a fuller length.
To be fair, I mean, Stewart played the short ball pretty nicely, didn't he? And had quite a lot of success against it. I mean, Tom Bailey bowled really nicely early doors. Stanley's clearly been the standout threat by
looking for a partnership,
hasn't he? Because of that
captain. 123 for 5, halfway through the 28th over.
I don't think Kent will be a million miles behind in this game. You know, saying before, I didn't come here expecting 380 to play 380. I would suspect that if they can somehow double this score,
4 for 5,
they will feel like they're well in the game. How many times have you been down to Farrington? Is it just the twice? Shouldn't get any easier to bat.
This is the 3rd visit.
Yeah.
So no, you wouldn't have thought so. February time. Quite a few events, haven't they, building up? to this pace of Stanley in their attack, but I think there was one event where Lancashire kind of officially got a nice balanced attack nonetheless, the keys to the venue, so to speak.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the one that I came to.
Got an additional spin option with Jaden Denley as well as kind of the official opening of the site. Lancashire seam heavy, four seam
following. You did a kind of tour of the venue, didn't you, for Radio Lancashire with Paul Allett, and I seem to remember following you around with a kind of dictaphone just for information, really. Tom Bailey to try and work out what early doors, what have you. But Stanley has clearly been what was here and the standout threat by a significant distance, hasn't he? Because of that pace.
Yeah, it was a nice little sneak preview, wasn't it, to be allowed to get into the inner workings of the pavilion building behind us. Guides it down to third man and gets off the mark as well. 1, 2,
Perhaps
4,
I wasn't
5.
listening when I first came by. I don't know why. And I said this to Paul have you been Ken Grime coming around just this morning. That
this is the third visit.
Yeah.
So
just expecting the square to be the other way around. I don't know why.
Time. Quite a few events haven't been building up.
Perhaps when we came to that event, I just wasn't listening.
I think there was one event where Lancashire kind of officially got past the edge of the bat. The keys to the venue, so to speak.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the one that I turned the square in that amount of time.
And then there was Lancashire can't stop rotating squares of the site. It's not at Emirates Old Trafford.
I remember following you did a kind of tour of the venue, didn't you, for Radio Lancashire with. Yeah, we're taking all our one-day cup games to Liverpool. I seem to remember following you around with a kind of dictaphone just for information, really, to try and work out what was here and all that kind of stuff. It's good.
Nice shot just off the back foot. Nice little down the ground for a single to be allowed to 25 for 5. So Graham, how's life at Lanky progressing? We've had Paul Edwards with us for a few stints on Lancs TV over the course of the summer. You will, I know. When he starts, you can't shut him up.
I think you'll have him on Thursday. I wasn't listening when I first came by. I don't know why. And I said this to Paul and Ken Grime
single
around this morning.
Comes in and
I turned up, just expecting the square to be the other way
the dive in.
I don't know why.
Dive perhaps. Making sure he was safely through.
Perhaps when we came to that event, I just wasn't listening. Yeah, it's going pretty well, thank you. Yeah, enjoying the project. I've said that a few times now.
The cash thing plays
various people that they've done well to turn the square completely different. I've never been time. I've never taken on a project
rotating squares.
A kind of subscription-based website.
It's not at Emirates Old Trafford, it's at AO Farrington.
Covering the county's been great. Yeah, we're taking all our one-day cup games to Liverpool. You well know, I've got freelance work elsewhere and don't get to see as much Lancashire cricket as I'd like to, but so quite a lot of it's done remotely, but it's been
just off the back foot, play down the ground
for a single. To cover what is effectively,
so Graham, how's life at Lanky progressing? We've had Paul Edwards with us
them as a youngster growing up, and
Lancs TV over the course of the summer.
To cover it with Paul, who in my view is the best feature writer in the country, and he's worth a subscription fee on his own.
Through for a tight single that's
been great. Yeah,
it all comes in and Singh was concerned enough to put the dive in.
The host wasn't particularly great. I mean, you know, he was
making sure he was safely through. Must be scratching around for options.
Yeah, it's going pretty well, thank you.
George Botherston returns.
Yeah, enjoying the project. I've said that a few times now to various people that it's something completely different. I've never been
the Lanky.
I've never taken on a project that's a kind of subscription-based website.
Again, for viewers who may not be familiar with it,
covering the county's been great.
A broader group of subscription websites covering county cricket.
Yeah, so basically, I've got freelance work elsewhere, and don't get to see as much and Lancashire cricket as I'd like to, but and a follower of an EFL football. So quite a lot of it's done. You'd be pretty remotely not to have your county or club. It's been great because the network is growing. To cover what is effectively, I'm a Lancastrian, it's my county. You know, I was on the phone to Sam as a youngster growing up, and who runs to be able to cover operation the other day, Paul, and he said, who in my view is the best feature writer in the country, and he's worth a subscription fee on his own. It gives you an idea of it's been great, the kind of things that they're covering. And yeah, myself and Paul got asked to take on the host wasn't particularly great. The Lancashire site, and we have done under the name of as she said, Lanky. And
George Balderson returns.
We've got it more magazine-y than kind of day-to-day news on the basis.
So this was
the
Lanky
other commitments elsewhere
website
that mean we don't see every single ball bowled of the summer.
May not be familiar with
if
it.
we did that, we could do it completely differently.
Group of subscription websites covering county cricket.
Yeah, so basically, but the one thing that the county press network do, and is to perhaps provide things if that you're a county cricket fan, and to what is in the and a follower of an EFL football cricket info, you'd be pretty unlucky not to have your in the local papers your county or club covered, because the network is growing pretty rapidly from what match reports. I was on the phone to Sam Mooreshead. We do try to have who runs a presence, the whole operation the other day on site, and he said for those who subscribe, they will notice that we only carry 4 paragraphs. So it gives you an idea of get it elsewhere of the kind of things that they're covering for people just to be able to go on site and actually know what's happened to take on that day if they haven't been in touch. The Lancashire site, and we have done under the name of as she said, Lanky.
The ball in the over. Tidy one from Balderson.
We've got it more magazine
coming off it. 30 gone. 129 for 5.
Day-to-day news.
Sing on 4.
On the basis that
on 45.
We've both got other commitments elsewhere that mean we don't see every single ball bowled of the summer. So I think that if we did that, we could do it. Lancashire clearly on top here, but I don't think Kent will have a feeling of being overrun. But the one thing that does enable us to do a definite route for them back into this game, things that are different. If they can to what is in the 230, 240 on your likes, they will feel they've got something to bowl in the local papers that do, that do carry ECB Reporters Network match reports. Jake, who runs the stream, has just looked at my photograph on my ECB Reporters Network pass, and we do try to have a presence of match reports on site. During COVID, Jake, but for those who subscribe, that photograph, one I had taken during COVID, we only carry 4 paragraphs, just because people can get it elsewhere. But what we do want is for people just to be able to go on site and actually know what's happened on that day as well. Being in touch, it's a great shot.
The ball of the over. Tidy one from Balderson. Just 3 runs coming off it. 30 gone. 129 for 5.
Played really nicely, Daniel Bell-Drummond, for that 50.
45.
75 balls.
More thoughts from you, Graham, and Callum will come in.
4 fours, and so I think that Lancashire clearly on top here, but I don't think Kent will be. That's bad. We'll have a feeling of being overrun. There's a definite route for them back into this game.
Not quite at the minute. We've been struggling again. The struggles continue. Keep getting mid-teens again at the weekend. Chopped on. Now we meet up for tour on Saturday, so that's the club cricket done. Sadly for this summer.
All right, so you don't play at all now?
No, so I've got the tour.
West.
Yeah, I've got the tour, and then my sister's wedding. We're away in Paphos for a few weeks. So, I know.
Where's the commitment, man?
I know. I've never had a year like it, honestly. Weddings, stag days consistently.
Miscued from Akansh Singh. Marcus Harry takes a comfortable catch.
Yeah, it looks a little bit of a poor shot with the field placement. Really, I think he's tried to go a little bit straighter. He's ended up dragging it. Maybe a little bit of spin as well from the bowling of Arav Shetty. it's a big hit coming this way as well. We're seeing Daniel Bell-Drummond's 6 that he hit at the start of the over. It didn't. At some stage, it felt like the wind was going to hold it up. So, you know, these big pockets that I think we said earlier, it's the same size playing surfaces at Emirates Old Trafford, so they are big boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like the play is straight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
you feel like at the side screen's kind of the safe option, don't you?
Yeah. And dependent on which way the wind's going, obviously, clearly, one way is going to be much easier than the other.
To be fair to Akashing, maybe that's the way to go about playing on this wicket. It's certainly doing a bit. You know, one of them has got your name on at some stage on this kind of wicket. So, is it a case of maybe just be aggressive, try and get up to 180 to 200, and then you've got something to bowl at?
Yeah, I mean that was the way that Grant Stewart went about it. Now he's an attacking player. You know, that is his modus operandi anyway. On whatever ground you're going to play at. But yeah, you're quite right that it does feel like there is a ball with your name on it. So. You know, and that's no criticism of the kind of surface. I think you had to expect at this stage in its development that there would be some kind of demons in the pitch.
Yeah, certainly. Like you say, every new ground will go through this little period where it's sort of everything's starting to settle. I'm sure over the next month or two and into next season, it'll play, you know, sort of as you expect from surfaces that the Emirates Old Trafford ground staff produce.
Absolutely.
But it does put extra credit on Bell-Drummond's innings, doesn't it?
He does. He's played really nicely.
Off 76. Yeah. It probably feels like a 70 to 80 at the moment, this kind of innings. You know, he's really battled it out, really grafted for his runs. And he's allowing, you know, like you say, I know it didn't come off, but like a Grant Stewart to come in and tee off as well, because you've got Bell-Drummond at the other end who you know sets and is looking the most comfortable out of all the Kent batters.
Yeah, from a Kent perspective, that Stewart innings could have done with being 10 overs later, couldn't it, really?
Yeah.
And then they would have been in a pretty strong position, actually.
Yeah, Finch was just starting to get going when he got out as well, wasn't he? In Chris Benjamin, I know he only made, I think it was 13, but he looked positive as well himself, missing a full toss, getting adjudged LBW. The skipper to continue, just making a few changes to his field, bringing another one in from the offside over to the leg side.
बोरिंग फ्लेवर्स को बाय बोलो। क्रिस्पो लाया है फुल ऑन फ्लेवर अपग्रेड। हर बाइट एक नई वाइब। टिक्का मैकरोनी, देसी मसालों का स्मोकी ट्विस्ट, अचारी मैकरोनी, चटपटा टैंगी और फुल ऑन एडिक्टिव। फेइता स्पैगेटी रेस्टोरेंट स्टाइल फ्लेवर अब घर पर। हॉट एंड सावर नूडल्स, स्पाइसी, सावर और बिल्कुल क्रेव वर्दी। न्यू पैकेजिंग, इम्प्रूव फ्लेवर्स। हर स्नैक टाइम बनेगा और भी एक्साइटिंग, सिर्फ क्रिस्पो के साथ।
Which I don't know that you've ever been there or played there. It's an interesting ground. Backs onto the rugby ground, the Knoll, which is a ramshackled old venue. A lot of history behind it. I think they were one of the powerhouses of Welsh rugby. It's not my sport, I must admit. But,
yeah. Is that rugby union?
Rugby union, yeah. But yeah, it is a name that you hear quite regularly, isn't it, in kind of rugby union circles. But yeah, it looked like it's seen better days. But I quite enjoyed the cricket ground, actually. It was quite good, and then was down at Hove on Sunday, that is my favourite ground on the county circuit.
Spot.
Oh, it's great. Fantastic.
We play there on on the England Mixed Disability Tour in a couple of weeks. So we've got a fixture at Hove, so that'll be really good to play there. A couple of Sussex lads as well in the team, so it'll be good for them and their families. This one's driven through extra cover nicely on top of the bounce. They're going to pick up 3.
Yeah, so it's India, isn't it? You've got.
Yeah, so we start. Well, we meet up on Saturday at Loughborough. We've got 2 fixtures at Derbyshire. Then we've got 1 Leicestershire, 1 at Hove, 2 at Arundel Castle, and then we finish up at Lords, which, you know, it's not a bad place to finish, I don't think.
You're going to be lobbying for a fixture here?
Well, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. When you look at that schedule, there isn't a massive amount in the north there, is there?
No. It's typical England cricket now, that, isn't it? Oh, is that too early? No, yeah, it'll be a perfect venue to come and play and have the family come and watch. Yeah. It's a beautiful ground here at AO Farrington.
Got the choice of 2 grounds as well.
I know, yeah. We don't make runs on one, go on the other one. That one's played away into the leg side, Belgium, looking to go big. Actually, he doesn't get all of it, he gets a single, so he keeps a strike, 143 for 6. Now Kent. Yeah, so India again, and then we've just announced the first ever Mixed Disability Ashes for next summer.
Brilliant.
So that'll be really exciting. You know, to be able to captain the side against Australia, our fiercest rivals in the game. It'll be, I think, the lads are already looking forward to playing. But like you say, we've got first India to try and get past.
What's it like playing up Lords? You know, we're talking about grounds and things like that, and this is a new venue, which is fantastic. But, you know, Lords is on a completely different level, isn't it? Because of the history behind it and what have you. So
yeah, you have to try and take, I think, the emotion out of it a little bit. You know, as captain, I tell the lads, you know, get down there early. You know, obviously we have to give our phones in anyway, so you can't take pictures and do all that. But, you know, have a walk around and just get the goosebumps out the way and all that sort of stuff, and make sure you're kind of focused on the cricket. But, you know, it's always nice having sort of your family in the long room and supporting you, playing on such a special venue that, you know, the best cricketers in the world have always graced, and even they speak so highly of it. So, you know, it's only once you've played and you know, you're in your winter months and the cricket kit's in the loft for a little bit, that you look back and think, you know what, that was really special. So last year it wasn't actually that special. It was the only game we lost there. We'll have to try and correct that this summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's something to aim for.
Yeah, it certainly is. And, you know, if the series is like, let's say, 3-3 going into that last game at Lords, what a venue to have the last game.
You could do with it being 5-0 though, couldn't you, really, going into
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't like to go into Lords knowing, you know, we had to win the series. I'd quite like the comfort of knowing we've already won it and we can actually lift the trophy in front of the pavilion. That'll be much more easier on the nerves.
I'll tell you what, from a Lancashire point of view, it's great to have Arav Shetty back, isn't it? Following that finger injury that he suffered at Bristol. Was it Bristol? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
the start of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think in the slip, wasn't it? It was quite a nasty break as well. We was on about it last week in Sedbergh, so he had quite a few pins, I think, into the finger. But it's been, the start of the year was really exciting for him, wasn't it? He broke into the county championship side, and, you know, he's a genuine all-rounder as well. He's quite an exciting batter. He hits it in such awkward spots. It's quite awkward to bowl at. He moves around a lot. You know, there's a lot of flair, a lot of confidence in his batting, but also his bowling as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of mystery there, isn't there, with his with his bowling.
He's had it tough at the minute. Sedbergh, you know, against Surrey. Surrey batted really well. So that was a bit of a tough day out for Lancashire, and then at Leicestershire on Sunday, Lancashire only going with the 5 bowlers, so I think he went just short of 100 off his 10 actually. But you know, they're all learning curves in his career. You know, he's going to have opposition that look to attack him and take him down, and don't give him that respect that he might have got in second 11 cricket and age group cricket.
It is going to happen, isn't it, to kind of young emerging spinners in white ball cricket stages?
I think so, especially with, you know, so many younger players now in the game, isn't there? And like you said, they're not shy of any confidence, and not short of that in abundance. So the older veterans will certainly look to try and dominate against him. So I think his pace has been much better in this game, Arochetti, across the Sedbergh game and the Leicestershire game. Looked like he was just bowling a little bit too quick, a little bit too flat. This time the pitch is probably just assisting with his pace in terms of that extra bounce, so he can probably afford to go a little bit slower.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine this surface will probably be to his liking more than a kind of postage stamp ground at Sedbergh and Grace Road as well.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, you look at the scores at Grace Road, 380, and Leicestershire only falling 21 runs short.
Having been 22 for 4, well, it was incredible effort, really.
Yeah, it's an excellent 5th wicket partnership for Leicestershire to keep him in that game, but it's a much needed win for Lancashire as well, especially with someone like a George Balderson who's just taking captaincy on. You know, it's always nice to get that first win under your belt and relieve a little bit of the pressure. It'll give him some confidence going into his decision making as well as a captain now. He's just pulling his bowling back a little bit. He was a bit expensive in the first 3, going for 24. But it looks like he just settled on his length at the Fowler end. Yeah, and that's a wicket for George Balderson. It's an appeal from the Lancashire skipper, and it was quite a confident appeal as well. Daniel Bell-Drummond playing forward, playing defensively, struck him on the pad, and Gareth Cross raises the finger. It's a 7th wicket for Lancashire, and Kent now find himself 148 for 7.
Just seemed to, you're right, he kind of was pushing forwards. He didn't seem to really fully commit to pushing forward though, but almost a bit pinned on the crease really.
I think that's the wicket, isn't it? That's what, you know, it's hard as a batter, even though you say about, you know, trying not to premeditate and try and take everything out of it. It's really hard as a batter when you see so many bouncing off a length and popping and some going underground. It's really hard to take that out of your mind. So your commitment forward, especially with the keeper up, Matthias, I think that's a really good ploy. Matthias coming up to the stumps, that delivery stuck on the crease, and yeah, it's hitting pretty straight, hasn't it? It's hitting above the knee roll, but like you say, he hasn't got a big stride in, has he, as Bell-Drummond? It's probably just about clipping the bails.
Yeah, probably middle and leg line, wasn't it, as well? Just maybe nip back a touch.
Yeah, no real complaints from the Kent captain. Gone for 56 off 83, a real gritty innings. Very much needed for Kent.
Not a bad man to have coming in at number 9 though, Joey Everson.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they go about it now. Now we're 7 down. Still plenty of overs to bat, 16.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about the kind of 180 to 200. They don't really need to kind of be too expansive to get that, do they?
You'd like to think if they bat if they bat the innings, they'll get to 200, wouldn't you?
Yeah. If you're kind of thinking to yourself that kind of, right, we're going to need 250, for example, then they are going to have to kind of say to themselves, right, how do we get there? We can't just kind of look to knock it around and do it that way. They are going to have to play a little bit more expansively in that sense.
क्रिकेट से तो रिटायर हो गया, लेकिन जिंदगी का गेम अभी शुरू हुआ है। पर हर एक नई इनिंग से पहले टी टाइम जिंदगी की डुबकी।
Run chases.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be a kind of win the toss and bowl day, wasn't it? Just because everything is so new and you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it was no surprise to hear Balderson won the toss and asked Kent to bat.
George Bell on as a sub-fielder in front of us at deep mid-wicket. There is a fair breeze around today, but it's a nice warm breeze, isn't it?
Yeah, the temperature's still quite nice, isn't it? As Denley looks to go big straight, and he does. Clears the rope. Clears it quite nicely as well. Over pitch from Shetty, and as you're saying, Graham, going straight at that side screen. Certainly against the spin looks the way to go.
Yeah, it does. Some nice shots down that neck of the woods today.
Just pushes mid-on back now to the boundary.
Everson just works that to mid-wicket and end the over. 15 to go.
Yeah, good over from Kent, 9 off it, with that 6 and 3 singles. Is there an option here for Balderson to maybe bring on Blatherwick or Bailey from the other end and just see if you can get one more and just try and...
How many's Mitch Stanley got left?
He came on for that second spell, didn't he? I've not got the laptop open currently.
Let's have a look on.
Stanley's got 2 left, so 2 for 33 off his 8 so far. Bailey's got 3, Blatherwick 4.
He would be my play.
Yeah,
Stanley,
so.
just to bring him back and try and mop up the tail if possible. If it, that would be the dream, wouldn't it, from a Lancashire point of view?
Yeah, I think it just feels like, do you just get another seamer back on? Balderson continuing round the wicket to Denley, and just see if you can go bang bang and kind of wrap
Yeah,
the innings up.
3 on 3. 3.
Definitely punching to Stanley at mid off.
Quite a bit about the kind of confidence in George Balderson's captaincy that he can kind of navigate his way through an innings with just the 5 bowlers in a sense. You know, not
1 on 1.
having 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Coming to 1.
not having all them options.
Yeah.
Coming to 6. 6.
I always feel like it's a little bit hard as well as a bowling captain. You don't see many, do you, in the international game? Obviously you've got Cummins at the moment. We don't see too many bowling captains.
No. It's not a bad one at Old Trafford at the moment, though, is there?
Old Trafford. Oh yes. Hard in front of square. Gets the leading edge. Gets a couple of runs down the ground.
Yeah, they're going to have something to bowl at, aren't they, Kent? You know, even if say they lost the last 3 wickets for another 10 runs, they're going to have something to play with.
Yeah, they won't feel out the game at all with 200 on the board, will they? I think 200 on the board, it only takes a couple of early wickets for Lancashire just to cause a little bit of panic, some nerves in the dressing room. And if they can put the ball in the right area, the wicket will certainly give some assistance.
4 on 4. Come back 2 on 2.
I think that's why the toss is massive on a new wicket.
2 on 2.
Just gives Lancashire that freedom to kind of say, right, in the second innings we're going to be a bit attacking. If we lose a wicket or 2 early, we can, you know, bring the gears down a little bit and regroup.
2 on 2.
A reverse sweep from Joey Everson. There is an appeal from Matty Ayres from behind, but nothing from the umpire.
Yeah, chasing what, say, 190, for example. Let's kind of throw a realistic total in there from here. Then, if you're kind of 50 for none after 10, then you've done a bulk of the legwork, haven't you, really?
Yeah, and that's when you'll find Kent potentially go searching. Their bowlers might just feel like they need to get some wickets. Once you go searching for wickets, that's often when runs can come a little bit easier for the batters as well, and you naturally go off the line and length that's working on this wicket. Off the line and length that's working on this wicket, and that'll be the tricky thing for Lancashire to do. They've got to try and hit Kent's seam attack off that length that they know has worked throughout this innings.
Coming to 4. 4 now.
George Balderson to continue.
Coming to 3 on 3.
So how are Denton West doing? What's their season been like in the GMCL?
Move on quickly. No, it's not going too great at the moment. So we've just not really got going at all this year, which has been really disappointing. We've got big 3 games coming up with teams around us, so they kind of feel like, 10, 12 pointers in a way. Nicely for 4 from Everson, just short of a length from Balderson. Everson staying on that front foot, pulling it away into the leg side, and he gets a boundary.
Controlled, wasn't it?
So we needed a little bit of a run. We need to get some momentum and just make sure we stay up, because we've got the new clubhouses being built in the winter, which is really exciting for the club. So it'll be a shame to sort of open that up in Prem 2, as they call it.
I mean, this is a ground with a kind of community or a venue, should I say? It's got 2 grounds, hasn't it? But a venue with a kind of community and recreational feel and big element to it. What's the kind of standard like in league cricket now? How is it? Because we've been through quite a lot of change, haven't we, in the Northwest in recent years, in terms of different leagues going. And others popping up and being created, and mergers and all that kind of stuff.
मेरी तो हर सेंस आज नॉनसेंस हो गई है। Food Panda?
जब life happens, तो Food Panda बने music to your ears, making life delicious with over 24,000 restaurants and 2,000 plus grocery stores. Make life delicious.
Food Panda.
Lancashire League, which play on Sundays. Got the Liverpool comp. So, yeah, I think it's all just starting to settle. Like you said, I think once one league kind of made the move to merge a couple of leagues, I think a Bolton and a Bolton Association had to make that move as well with the Riversdale League. So. I think it's starting to settle, but I think the standard of club cricket in Lancashire's, I think it's still thriving. You've got to look around the leagues on Play Cricket and see some of the pros that are playing week in, week out, and you're getting some genuine, IPL, SAT 20 stars and Big Bash stars representing local clubs, which is excellent for them clubs and the supporters of them club, but it's also just excellent for the generations, that the younger generation that are growing up and hopefully looking to try and represent Lancashire here one day themselves, and learning off pros like that are around your place, that it can only be a good thing for cricket clubs. As Denley on the slog sweep, it goes aerial, it lands in the empty space. I think it was it Joe Moore's sprinting back from mid-wicket, trying to take the catch overhead. Didn't quite get there. Picks up a couple of runs.
It's a bit of a barroom debate question in a sense. Who's the best pro you've played with, and who's the best pro you've played against?
Best pro played with, probably Jordan Herman. So he's been representing Somerset actually this year. I think he's won the SAT 20 maybe 2, might be 3 times in a row now with the Sunrisers over there. There's no doubt that he'll go on to represent South Africa in Test cricket and potentially some white ball format. I think that'll probably happen pretty soon with how many runs he's scoring for their South Africa A squad. Played against played against some good ones. Tom Rogers was pretty good a couple of years ago at Edgeworth. I think he scored over 1,600 runs in the season, which is pretty frightening. Luke Proctor's been. We got Luke Proctor this year twice actually.
Right.
Yeah, playing on a tricky wicket, and Luke Proctor just made it look like the flattest wicket in the world. Yeah, so we. 173. I think the screen size is a little bit behind. 174 for 7.
Just forming a partnership, aren't they? Joey Everson and Jaden Denley.
Yeah, just settled things down a little bit. And now here we go. Is what we said. Mitchell Stanley back on. He's got 2 overs left. So you'd imagine he's just going to bowl them 2. I'd be very surprised if he splits 1 and 1.
Yeah, if Kent can get through this final Stanley spell, then I think they will be absolutely delighted. When I say get through, I mean get through kind of 7 down.
Straight away. Wrapping Joey Everson on the gloves. That back of a length. That uncertain length, which just don't quite know how the ball's going to react. Yeah, obviously white ball cricket now, it's just, especially batting, it's just all about positivity, isn't it? But I imagine the Kent pair will just be saying, listen, whatever we get off these 2 overs, we get. As long as we're still here, we're still here going into the last 7 or 8 overs. Gives us an opportunity to get up to 200 and 220 maybe.
That is the difference, isn't it, between 50 over cricket and T20 cricket, that there is time to rebuild in 50 overs, plenty of time, whereas in T20 the 100 as well, and even we go down to T10, don't we, nowadays? If you lose wickets, realistically you've got to carry on going.
Yeah, 50 over format just gives you that little bit more transition and sort of through the gears, doesn't it? There's a big appeal from Mitch Stanley. It struck Everson on the pad. It looks a little bit high and leg side as he looks to turn it away into that onside, but gets no runs. Yeah, you don't quite have to go all out, do you, in the 50 over format? You can kind of play like a T20 within the 50 overs at times, where you say, right, well, let's have a really positive 5 to 10 overs, and then, you know, if you lose a wicket or 2, you can just look to score at 4, 5 and over again. This one's flicked nicely from Everson, full up from Stanley, and on this kind of wicket you've got to take advantage of anything that's over pitched, and Everson has done that, flicking away nicely through wide-ish mid-on for 4.
Yeah, the line wasn't quite right, was it, from Mitch Stanley?
What are you saying here, Graham? How many Kent going to finish up with?
216 all out.
Yeah, I think around the 220 mark. Pulled away from Everson for a single. I feel like it could be quite competitive though. 220. I feel like it
Absolutely.
could feel like a 280 kind of score on this surface.
The start's going to be key for Lancashire. If they have a good first 10 overs, then they will be well ahead of the game.
Yeah, they can score around 5s with all the wickets still in the shed, or maybe even just the loss of 1 wicket. Oh, and it's chopped on from Denley. It's a real good move from George Balderson to bring his strike bowler back into the attack, and it's paid off. Stanley picking up his 3rd wicket, and it's chopped on by Denley.
Yeah, he's been by far and away the best bowler today, Mitch Stanley. Tom Bailey was very impressive early doors and tidy and tight, but there's been an extra kind of potency from Stanley, which that pace brings. Loose, wasn't it, from Jaden Denley? Move his feet at all.
And the incoming Ken batter, number 75, Keith Dudgeon.
Yeah, he's just looked to try and get that away, hasn't he? Backward sort of point region.
Yeah.
A little bit too close to the body. Still 216. Oh, is that reduced now?
No, I'm going to stick with 216.
Sticking, yeah,
I'm going to stick with 216.
Bowling at the loss of Hallland, placing our Shetty, number 8, Tom Bailey.
Mind you, Kent are going to have to advance against Lancashire's biggest weapons today.
That's the end of Shetty's spell. 1 for 51 off his 10. Pretty tidy from the spinner, especially when it's such a seamer-friendly wicket. You know you're going to get pressure put back on you by the opposition. So he's gone pretty well there as the young spinner.
We're heading into Matt Parkinson territory, aren't we, as well, in this in this innings.
Don't often get to see Matt Parkinson bat too much.
He'll be useful with the ball today. Good cricket all round, that.
Yeah, Joe Moore's brilliant work has actually done him for a single in the end, with a shot at the stumps, him hitting, and then it just squirting away off the stumps, allowed the Kent pair through for a single.
And they were alert, weren't they? That, you know, they knew what was happening there. There was, the ball didn't kind of fly off to deep point or anything like that. It only kind of went maybe 10 or 15 yards from the cut strip. They still managed to get through. You're upgrading at the end of this over.
Oh, he's got back in.
Yep.
Are you in the back over to the media tent?
I am, yeah. Yeah.
Are we seeing you in the second innings?
Potentially, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think we got that far yet.
Mid on back allows Everson through for a single.
Yeah, I'm a thorn in between two roses over in that press box.
Oh, who's
Paul Edwards to my right and Ken Grime to my left.
So is Ken back over in the?
Yeah, his dulcet tones have been removed from the PA system.
Man of many talents. This one played
in the air over Arav Shetty at mid-wicket. Keith Dudgeon not getting all of that. Just goes for a single.
We always have a laugh, myself and Ken, with the... I remember once at Liverpool when the late and great Matt Proctor, who was on the PA for so many years here, announced Ed Barnard as the incoming batsman, Ed Barnyard. So I messaged Ken this morning and said, whatever you do,
don't announce that.
It's the end of the 41st over, so it's 9 to play here in the first innings. 183 for 8. Keith Dudgeon 2 off 2. Joey Everson 16 off 23. Joey Everson, for the camp fans, will hopefully face as many of these remaining deliveries as possible throughout these 9 overs. Stanley's last over to finish up. 3 for 38 so far. He's been superb on a wicket that has offered some assistance, but his lines and lengths have been pretty immaculate. He's challenged the edge of the bat and also the splice of the bat with the bounce that he's been getting. This one's fired down the leg side, and it does take some of the pad, so it's going to be 4 leg byes. Well, around the 220 mark is still on for Kent. Imagine in that change room they'll be speaking, if they can get up to 220, it gives them something to bowl at. Couple of early wickets, they'll feel right in the game. Stanley into the pitch, this one tucked away into the leg side. It's good running from the Kent pair. They get back for a couple of runs. What do you reckon, Scott? Final total.
Just having a chat with Graham then at the side of the tent, if they can feels, doesn't it, from what we've seen, maybe kind of anywhere between what, 220, anything north of 220, feels like they could be in the game.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they certainly are.
It's not been easy, has it? It's been tricky through the course of the day, and there's nothing to suggest it's going to get any easier as the afternoon goes on. I just wonder whether the X factor could be the guy that's bowling now, who has just that extra bit of pace, ability where he can bowl it short and push it full, and he can play with batters, can't he? He can push them back and bring them forward, and he's been a real kind of point of difference in the match.
Yeah, he's been excellent. 2 balls remaining in his 10 overs. I'd love another wicket. Driven nicely. They're going to take a single. George Balderson doing the fielding. They get through for the single, 190 for 8. Now, so 8 overs left after this delivery.
I suppose the difference when one of the differences when you're batting second, just been okay there even with a direct hit, is that you can manage that run chase, can't you? When you're trying to set a total on a pitch that you're not quite sure how will play at a venue that's never been played at before, you're in the land of the unknown, really, with that.
On that one, I think even a few of the
पूरा पाकिस्तान सुनेगा पूरा पाकिस्तान.
Well over his head. Yeah, that's a big advantage for Lancashire, isn't it? You might have someone like a Matty Hurst who will open with Keaton Jennings, looks to come and play, not full T20 mode, but looks to be positive in that first power play and get Lancashire up to maybe like 50, maybe even 60 off that first power play, while the ball is hard and there's only 2 men out of the ring. That's a big advantage for Lancashire, and if they lose a wicket or 2, that's when they can go back in the shell and look to build a partnership. Again, wide down the leg side.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? How you think the second team here, I think Lancashire will go about batting, because if they do get off to a really positive start in the power play, then that kind of takes the game away, doesn't it, from them? But then equally, if there's a bit of high risk involved, and we've seen through the course of the game so far that high risk is probably going to be your undoing, that they could get themselves into a bit of bother in that power play too. So it's quite an interesting, will potentially be quite an interesting way to see how Lancashire start.
Yeah, excellent spell from Stanley, picking up 3 big wickets. He's been excellent for Lancashire throughout the season, and his good form with the ball continues.
Yeah, top work. 10 overs, 3 for 43 for Mitchell Stanley. Arav Shetty's the other bowler to have bowled his 10. He's got decent options here as captain Balderson. He's got a couple himself. Jack Blatherwick's got 4 remaining. Bailey's got a couple as well. Probably see Bailey bowl out here, won't we, in this spell from the Lostock Hall end. He's got 2 more remaining. Eight overs left, 192 for 8. It's the 16th wide of the day.
Yeah, it's been a lot of wides, hasn't it, from Lancashire.
Down the ground comes Dudgeon. That'd be worth 4. Can Harris get round? I think in the end he may even have just clipped it over the rope with his boot. It has gone for 4. And pushing towards the 200 now. 197 for 8.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Kent's number 10. Couple of steps down the track, making it into an half volley. Doesn't try and overhit into that mid-wicket region where Tom Bailey now makes a change and pushes Arav Shetty out onto the boundary. So the 3rd man comes into the ring.
Drops it into the onside. Sharp work from Bailey. Off his own bowling, pick up and throw towards the stumps. Scamper through for 1.
Yeah, really good work from Lancashire's opening bowler. Might have been tight with a hit as well.
Maybe just in, but good work from Bailey. Drop it again to the onside. Feels set back on the rope, but Blatherwick's quick. Comes tearing up from deep mid-wicket, making sure there was just a single. Pulled in the air. Blatherwick sweeps round to his right. And that single brings up the 200 for Kent. 200 for 8. 2 balls remaining for the 43rd over. Wasp predictor has the score at 225 as it stands.
Yeah, it feels around 220, doesn't it? That Kent, I think, will be very happy with. That would feel like a 280 maybe score on a wicket. It's just offering a little bit.
Singles are completely over. Decent that. Wide from the first ball. Boundary from the second, and the single off the remaining deliveries. 202 for 8. Bailey's got one more to bowl.
Change of bowling in the Fowler lane then, replacing Mitchell Stanley, who finished with figures of 10 overs, 3 for 43, and before Jack Blatherwick.
Interesting thing is here now, Jack Blatherwick's got to bowl 4 overs straight through. Whether he gets under the pump or not, he's going to have to bowl all 4 overs from the Fowler end. Otherwise it would have to break into a 6 bowler, and it's not what they want to be doing in the last few overs.
Coming to 6 on 6.
Five still in the ring for Lancashire. Still trying to keep Everson off strike. Dotton ones are good for Lancashire at this stage.
Coming to 6 next on 6. Coming to 1 on 1.
That one's pulled. And it's pulled all the way.
Down to 6, 5 on 5.
A deep square fielder. It was probably in 5 yards. It's gone over his head. And it's gone all the way for a maximum. Excellent shot from Duggan.
Down to 6 next on 6.
Spectator then scrambling out the way.
Soon sat down.
Deep mid wicket goes out now. Again, that same length. I think the Kent batters will be able to kind of get set for that length. The field indicates it. Mid on, mid off in the ring. And it's been the length that Blatherwick and Stanley have kind of hammered home from the Fowler end all day.
Coming to 5 on 5.
We'll just have to be careful. Blatherwick likes to slip in a Yorker and go full of a length every now and again, but I think both batters will look to go deep in the crease.
Going to 5 on 5.
Yeah, you can see what Dutchin's trying to do there, can't you, with that delivery just sitting back in the crease. Trying to access that leg side. Reaction will tell us that he feels he's missed out there.
Going to 4 on 4. One on 1. Going to 3 on 3.
It's hit nicely down the ground. On a back of a length delivery, a couple of steps down the track. He's punched it over George Balderson at mid-off. A couple of bounces, skips along past the rope. And it's a lovely shot from Keith Dudgeon. Just starting to motor is Kent's number 10.
Yeah, 10 off the over. With the ball to come.
And with a single, so 11 off. Blatherwick's 7th over. 213 for 8. Kent creeping up to that 220 mark. That just feels like a good score on this wicket. The ball's just starting to go soft, so there isn't quite as much assistance from the surface.
Coming to 6 on 6.
The fans look like they're enjoying themselves on them grass banks.
Don't they?
Yeah, nice bit of sun shining.
Lovely.
It's a nice temperature. Bit of a breeze.
It's quite a strong breeze. It's a good job it's a warm breeze.
Yeah. Can you imagine there might be some cold days?
Oh, yeah.
Very open.
It is, yeah. Nice and pleasant today, though.
Going to 6 next on 6.
Bar's doing a good trade as well.
2 on 2. Coming to 4 on 4.
Final over this for Bailey.
Coming to 2 next on
Single off the first delivery of it.
Coming to 5 next. 5.
It's horrible when you have to walk past a load of people with a few drinks. The trays are never that sturdy, are they?
No. A little bit soft underfoot.
You order that
Yeah.
a full pint, and by the time you get back, it's half a pint.
2 on 2. Coming to 4 on 4.
Single down the ground. Marcus Harris is located at long on.
2 on 2. Coming to 4 on 4. Coming to 3 on 3. Two on 2. Coming to 4 next on 4.
Should be a single.
3. Coming to 5 next on 5.
3 balls left for Bailey today, coming into this game after his first appearance of the One Day Cup this season on Sunday. 3 for 48 in Lancashire's victory against Leicestershire.
2 on 2. Coming to 5.
To bowl that one again, wide down the leg side. Slow ball from Bailey.
He goes to them slow balls quite a bit, doesn't he? At the back end of the innings, back of the hand, and then sort of leg cut of deliveries.
2 on 2. Coming to 4. No, 3 on 3. Coming to 4 now on 4. Coming to 6 next on 6. Coming to 3. On 3. 2 on 2. Coming to 4 on 4.
A shout of catch, it looped off the bat from Joey Everson, just landing in front of Josh Bohannon at mid-wicket.
Coming to 6 next on 6.
Final ball of the over, the final one for Tom Bailey today.
2-1-2.
Could end with a wicket. And he has. It's a really smart catch from Joe Moores. Joey Everson pulling it out towards deep mid-wicket. And Moores takes a smart catch, diving forward. And Bailey gets his second and signs off with a wicket for his 10 overs today. And Kenton 9 down, 217 for 9.
Very nearly misjudged it, didn't he, Joe Moores? I think the wing just held the ball up. He was sat on the boundary waiting for the ball to travel, and then he just realised he had to take a couple of steps in, caught it very low down, but don't find many better fielders than Joe Moores. Brilliant catch. And Lancashire now will look to try and wrap the innings up as quickly as possible.
That's the end of Joey Everson. 5 overs remaining, but this is the last pair. As Matt Parkinson jogs out to join Keith Dudgeon. He received a nice reaction from the Lancashire supporters, a very popular player during his time with Lancashire.
Yeah, terrific leg spin bowler. And Matt Parkinson. A Bolton lad, I think.
He is, yeah.
Martin Callum. Blaverwick into his 8th over. Deep cover. Long on. Deep mid-wicket, and deep square, and a deep fine. And the 5 fielders out. Of course, going into the last 10. You've always got to have 4 in the ring. Full over length that time. Dudgeon hanging back on the back foot. He's beaten for pace in the end. 25 off 21. It's a good knock so far from Kent's number 10. Been very positive. Just getting up to a total that gives them a chance of defending. An inside edge onto pad. Gets a single. Might be a good job that did get put onto that. So a couple of the fielders come into the ring now for Parkinson. In behind defending.
Coming through next on 3. Coming to 4. 1-on-1.
Blaverwick going into the pitch. Signalled 1 for the over from Gareth Cross, the umpire.
I love the little look to square leg by Matt Parkinson there. What's the reaction here from Parkinson?
Ooh, it was a tight call. As a number 11, though, do you want him given?
Yeah, fair point.
Parkinson just running that one off the face. That's the end of Blatherwick's 8th over, so he's got 2 more still to go, and the skipper, George Balderson, is going to finish up from the Lostock Hall end.
That's how it's shaping up. 9 down, so 4 overs remaining here. Can Dudgeon and Parkinson
a day like today.
That first flake was completely dealt with, wasn't it? One mouthful gone.
No sauce though, which is disappointing. No sauce or sherbet.
2 on 2. 4 on 4. Come to 2 on 2. Come to 6 on 6. Come to 3 on 3. So I could put some of those up. 2 on 2. Going to 4 on 4.
Glance down to fine leg. 4 runs for Keaton Jennings.
6 on 6.
First delivery where Stewart's line not quite been spot on, and Jennings made the most. Glance down towards the boundary for 4.
Yeah, you got to make your most of them on a wicket and a day like today. Any deliveries that you feel you can really tuck into, you to try and take advantage of. That just puts the pressure back on the bowlers a little bit, and then opportunities for runs might just come a little bit easier. Keeper up and deep square back now, so looking to try and trap Keaton Jennings in the crease.
I'm going to run way down towards the boundary. Didn't quite have enough to reach the rope. Jennings has dropped his bat as he completed his first run. Jogs back without the bat for the second.
Who was on the bat?
Which reminds me of that wonderful moment in the T20 Blast game at Emirates Old Trafford a few weeks ago when Lancashire were on a run chase. It's getting pretty tight.
2 on 2 still. Coming to 4 next on 4.
Blatherwick was on strike. Hit it, went through for 1, turned to come back for 2, dropped his bat, went back for it.
Leave the bat and just get in.
3 on 3. Two on 2. Coming to 4 on 4.
On the bounce to Bell Drummond at mid-off.
2 on 2. Scott, after this 4, I've got the replay of him dropping his bat. And he fumbles it. Coming to 3 on 3. Oh, look at that, another one. It's a side screen. Coming to 6 on 6.
Just reminding the spectators of the Lostock Hall line to please not to move during play from that end of the ground. Thank you.
Keaton was ready and then the PA starts. Force it away through the offside, Keaton Jennings, but further extra cover. There's no run. 4 overs gone. Lancashire 11 without loss. Jennings going along nicely with or without his bat.
He did think about picking it up as well, didn't he?
Going to 5 on 5.
He likes the side screens being immaculate. Keaton Jennings, we had the small issue, didn't we? At Sedbergh, was it the sun through one of the one of the car screens? They had to go and get a load of sheets and cover it up.
Yes, it was the old sun stops play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Being back at
Not been
Old
like
Trafford
that for a while in a Lancashire game, yeah.
And the van, the offending vehicle must have been 150 yards behind the side screen.
Yeah.
There was an entire rugby pitch and a car park between them, but...
And then they covered one of the cars up with a white sheet. Two catches in for Dudgeon. Jennings looking solid so far, 9 off 18.
I suppose that's the key, isn't it, Callum? Looking solid, that's what Lancashire want here. They don't have to have too much kind of fireworks in this power play. But if they can retain or get through it without too much damage done in terms of wickets lost, then that will do nicely.
Yeah, I think if they can get through without a breakthrough, without one of these two in the sheds, that'll be fantastic for Lancashire. Because then again, it just makes Kent go searching for wickets later on in the game, doesn't it? Kent's team talk in that change room would have been, let's get them 2, maybe 3 down in this first 10 and really squeeze. And Lancashire's will be completely the opposite. Jennings just advancing, as we're viewers on Lancs TV will be so used to seeing. It's not quite a clever method from Jennings, really. It means the bowler has to go a little bit shorter, and often when we found the bowlers going too short, they've not really had much success. It's been quite naturally paced and a natural bounce of that length. Going round the wicket now to Jennings. He strikes him on the pad. There's a big appeal. There's nothing from Gareth Cross. Jennings looking to turn that into the onside. Bowler looks a little bit disappointed with that. Around the wicket, Keaton Jennings. Maybe just with the angle as it's sliding down, it's hit him in front. Maybe just the angle.
I think so. Round the wicket to the left-hander there. I think that probably is enough, isn't it? Just to put a little bit of question mark in the umpire's mind. Use that angle. Going to see the ball slide down the leg side. Not a bad shout though. Just looking at the power play score that Lancashire had against Leicestershire on Sunday. So 10 overs into the game on Sunday. Keaton Jennings and Matthew Hurst had Lancashire 56 without loss after 10. And the wonderful nature of this game and this format is very, very contrasting approach to the power play here. Nice shot worked away through the onside by Hurst. Might run away for 4. Just hauled back by the fingertips of Daniel Bell-Drummond, and they've run 3. Nice shot clipped away through mid-wicket.
Timed nicely from Hurst. There's no real positive signs for anything full of a length from any of the seamers. It's more just making sure the batters are on the toes and you know, you're looking to try and trap them on the crease a little bit. But all the success for the bowlers so far has been sort of back of a length, top of off, kind of waist high deliveries, whereas that length's just produced the inconsistent bounce.
Coming to 6 on 6. Can you give me a wide of the rugby? Yeah. Thank you. Coming 3.
Nice views of Hale Farrington Cricket Club.
Coming to
Ground looking excellent on its debut.
Coming 4 on 4. Coming to 6 next on 6.
Yeah, 2,000 here today.
Coming to 5.
All tickets sold out yesterday.
Yeah, there is ultimately will be a much larger capacity. Worth 2 for Keaton Jennings. But it's a restricted number in for this this game and on Thursday's match as well. It's kind of part of the test games that are played here. Slow with that number and that capacity will increase. So still plenty of space for more supporters eventually. Single to end the over, 6 gone. Steady start by Keaton Jennings and Matthew Hurst, 18 on the board. Actually, I think that they're looking at somewhere potentially up towards 5,000 as a top kind of capacity for games here, and that would be a terrific atmosphere, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would.
Up towards those numbers in the ground.
Especially on a nice sunny day, the grass bank's full. Lots of people up and about. Yeah, it'd be really good. Dudgeon shot of a length to Jennings, who advances, pulls. He does get a single from the stop. Denley not quite picking up clean. Lovely shot through the covers from Jennings. Don't think he's got all of it. He'll pick up a couple. Again, Dudgeon just searching for that Yorker. Jennings set nicely, 15 off 28. Not getting caught stuck on the crease. Nice breeze blowing across the ground. That's a beautiful shot from Keaton Jennings. Full face at the bat, full of a length delivery. I've said all day you've got to take advantage of them over pitch deliveries, and that's what Keaton Jennings has done. Driven nicely down the ground for 4.
Didn't see many runs scored, did we, straight at the start of the Kent innings. I think it took until the 13th over for the first runs to come down the ground. That's a lovely shot through mid-off by Jennings. Encouraging start here by Lancashire.
4-4.
End of the 7th, 26 for none. Lancashire, so a steady start. I think Kent, with that new ball in hand, they're just going a little bit too full, aren't they? Searching for that swing and movement, whereas the success that Lancashire have had, and even Kent, when they've put it in that awkward area, top of the stumps, kind of waist height, that's where they've found Lancashire a little bit of trouble. So just need to kind of forget that it's a new ball and maybe not go looking for the swing and just keep banging that hard length.
Well, first bowling change, Joey Everson replacing Grant Stewart. Keeper still standing up. Could be 4 here, certainly a couple at least. Now it's a good tumbling stop by Parkinson. He's done well to get across the ground. It's come from behind square on the leg side. Tumbling stop on the deep square leg boundary saves a couple of runs for his side. And this moves on to 9.
Coming to 3 on 3. Coming to 6. 6.
His reward for that fielding has been to be relocated to short fine leg. Then he drops back towards the deep square leg boundary. But there's strength in the leg side here. There's now a mid wicket coming in place as well. So short fine, deep square, mid wicket and mid on. It's played to mid on where Beltrummond fields. This moves to 10, 29 without loss. And Joey Everson certainly had a game to remember against Lancashire in the one-day cup final a season or 2 ago. Jennings defending away to the offside. Made 97 with the bat. Picked up a couple of wickets with the ball and took a couple of impressive catches as well, so it was a all-round good day for Kent at Trent Bridge in the one-day cup final in 2022. Everson 2 for 34 to go with his 97 runs. Angle down to third man. by Keaton Jennings.
2-2.
End of the over, 8 gone. Lancashire 30 without loss. Also took a pretty stunning catch, if I remember rightly, in that final as well. So happy memories for Joey Everson. Mentioned Kent's record actually against Lancashire in recent one-day cup fixtures. Well, they've won their last 2. They've won 4 of the last 5 in one-day games against Lancashire.
Just a little bit of movement again behind the bowler's arm. A couple of supporters having a natter. Turned away nicely into the leg side. Mathieu's excellent running. Quickly gets back for a couple. Little things like that will be key as well in this run chase. Bit of a slower outfield, so gonna have to push them first singles hard. Try and get back for 2. Jennings just advancing, just to try and put the bowler off his length, try and make him force a mistake.
It's a great chance, isn't it, for Matthew Hurst at the other end to open the batting. And, in this format for Lancashire, great opportunity. Plenty of options that Lancashire have got there that they could go with to open the batting. Players not even involved in the team today.
Excellent short delivery from Dudgeon. It's a top edge from Keaton Jennings. Goes sailing over Benjamin's head. And it goes all the way for 4. Yeah, they've certainly got a few options, haven't they? They've got Michael Jones, who's currently out. I think he's found his spot in the middle, hasn't he? When he's back, I think he's found that sort of 5 and 6 position. And it could be back-to-back boundaries for Keaton Jennings as that one runs away through the point region. This time waiting deep in his crease. Cuts it away nicely through the offside for another 4. The end of a good over from Keaton Jennings and Lancashire.
Michael Jones has been called up by Scotland, so he's returned to the Scotland squad for their World Cup League 2 series against Canada and the United Arab Emirates. And so Michael Jones back in that Scotland squad. Scotland head coach Owen Dorkin saying Michael missed our previous 2 tours due to his Lancashire commitment, so it's exciting to have a player of his quality available again for a home series. So the 10th over here. So Scotland have got games against the United Arab Emirates on the 3rd of August, against Canada on the 7th, then back again against the UAE on the 9th, and then Canada again on the 13th. So Jones away with Scotland for that World Cup League 2 series.
Yeah, going back to that comment about the openers, you got someone like George Bell as well, who hasn't played yet in the Metro Bank One Day Cup this season. Someone that, a figure that we're so often used to seeing in this competition throughout the last couple of years.
Yes, he's been in and around the squads, hasn't he, George Bell, so far, but hasn't had too many goals this season, just the odd appearance here and there at the start of the campaign, and he was an injury substitute in the championship match at Durham back in April. Well, looked like it kept a little low on Matthew Hurst. Goes slumping forward and uses his bat to keep him upright, and then comes wandering down the pitch for a closer look. Just gets the toe end of the bat on it in the nick of time. He decides to have a go this time, Hurst, and sends it out towards the long on boundary. Comes back for 2 to complete the power play. First power play, 10 overs gone. Lancashire will be very pleased with that start. 42 runs, and then crucially, no wickets. 42 without loss. Set up by Jennings. Nicely supported by Hurst. Takes a drink unbeaten on 12, Jennings on 30, and a good platform being set here by the 2 opening Lancashire batters. 10 gone, targets 224, Lancashire 42 without loss.
Yeah, excellent start from Lancashire. Keating Jennings 30 or 40 deliveries, Hurst 12 off 20. Not had to force anything yet. Probably the most forceful shot is that last one from Matty Hurst for a couple of runs. Kent just not quite found the lengths consistently enough on this wicket.
Yeah, the weight was set up by Bailey and Stanley for Lancashire with the ball in the first 10 overs of the Kent innings. Kind of set the tempo, really. You had the skill, the accuracy, consistency of Bailey, always offering a threat from one end, and then that genuine kind of X-factor pace from Stanley from the other, and with a new ball and a new pitch. It was pretty testing, that, for Kent. And Bailey and Stanley certainly made the most of it.
Yeah, you feel like it was always going to favour the team batting second. On a new wicket, you know, you can set your stall out however you want when you're chasing. You can have an eye on how it's played, and Kent being the first opposition to play here professionally, you know, it's always hard to figure out what is a good total, but you speak about winning power plays as a team. Lancashire batting 42 for none and Kent were 25 for 2, so Lancashire, you would say, have won both power plays quite comfortably as well.
Yeah, the Duckworth Lewis par score at the end of the 10th over with no wickets down was 19. So they are miles ahead of that DLS score as well. But a couple of quick wickets and things can change.
Yeah, it certainly can. That's what Kent have to remember. It's a wicket where you can get some in clusters. It'll be really hard for a new batter to start, so that's a much better length from Kent and Singh. That's just where the uncertainty is for the batters. Don't know if to come forward, which naturally they probably would, or whether just to hang back a little bit because of the extra bounce. It's given. He struck the pad of Keaton Jennings, full of the length, and Gareth Cross, the umpire, had his finger up pretty quickly for that one. There wasn't too much doubt in his mind whether that was going on to hit the stumps. And after speaking about that good start, Lancashire have lost the first wicket. 44 for 1, Jennings has gone for 31.
Well, it's given them a good platform. He'll love to have gone on, Keaton Jennings, and he looks in terrific touch on the back of his century on Sunday. No hesitation really from umpire Gareth Cross. Nikesh Singh strikes. He's had a decent start to the competition this year. It's his 5th wicket in just the 3rd game. Started nicely in the win against Northamptonshire at the St Lawrence ground in Canterbury. Picked up 3 for 50 in that win for Kent against Northants. Strikes in his first over here at the AO Farrington Cricket Ground to bring Josh Bohannon to the middle, joining Matthew Hurst. 44 for 1, 11 overs gone.
That's the breakthrough that Kent needed. And here's where they can just put a little bit of pressure on now. Jennings, the more comfortable of the 2 openers, so he's now back in the shed. They can just try and have a little bit of a period where they squeeze on Matty Hurst and Josh Bohannon. Maybe try and get another quick wicket. Everson to continue. Hurst looking pretty relaxed at the crease. Matty Hurst for his 14 off 22 so far.
Bohannon facing for the first time. Still the keeper standing up. It's a 3rd man and a deep square leg. Short mid-wicket. Slip catcher as well. Turn to Denley at mid-wicket. And there's no run. And there's 4 in the circle on the offside. Backward point, cover, extra cover, and a mid-off. Captain Bell Drummond's at mid-on. The inner half of the bat. Gets Bohannon off the mark. Score moves on to 46 for 1. Just a touch more defensively for Hurst. He only had 2 outside the circle for Bohannon, but drop a third back for Hurst. It's down towards fine leg. Hurst moves on to 15, 47 for 1.
Coming to 5 next, 5. Coming to 6 on 6. 2 on 2.
On the front foot in defence, Josh Bohannon. End of a tidy over from Joey Everson, just 3 coming off it. 12 gone, 47 for 1.
Yeah, 2 good overs from Kent. Just starting to find the line and length. New batter in as well with Josh Bohannon, so just allowed the Kent bowlers to settle. Just one slip in for Hurst. Point cover mid-off, mid-on, and fielders out on the boundary at third man, fine leg, deep square and deep cover point. Indicates that one's staying a little bit low again on Matty Hurst, and gets enough bat on it to find a single into the onside.
It's the second one, isn't it, that he's just keep a little low on him. There's a toe into the bat on it.
And that's less bat on than the one before.
I think it was. Enough bat, but just enough.
Another catcher goes into the cordon for Bohannon.
Yeah, got to stay on the attack here, haven't they, Kent? Need wickets.
Yeah, they've got to be positive and aggressive, haven't they?
Greg on the batter, please. Thank you, mate. Coming free. Coming to 5 on 5. 1 on 1. Coming to 3 on 3.
Excellent shot from Josh Bohannon. Taking advantage of a short wide delivery. Plays it down nicely as well, controls it well. Beats the backward point fielder. And he picks up his first 4.
I feel it could be quite an important week for Josh Bohannon as well. Just trying to rediscover a little bit of form for that back end of the season in the Championship.
Yeah, he's got a couple of 40s in the start so far. He didn't quite look himself at first, did he, at Sedbergh in the first game against Surrey. Was a little bit scratchy for, I think he might have been none off 15 or 16 deliveries at first, and he got into the groove of things and just got out as he was starting to look into sort of Josh Bohannon full flow as we're so used to seeing. He got 42 as well against Leicestershire off 47 deliveries, so much more. We know how busy he is as a batter. He likes to field bat on ball, likes to rotate the strike as much as possible.
He's not got that, I guess, added responsibility and pressure of being captain either. He's the club's vice captain, but George Balderson elected and nominated captain for the One Day Cup, so maybe that just allows, well, one, it gives George a chance to have that kind of senior role in the team, and also just maybe allows Josh Bohannon to concentrate on his batting. And what a fine player he is. We know how hard he's worked too over the course of the last 5-6 years now to force his way into this team and to establish his position in the team, and it feels like he's been batting at 3 for a long time now for Lancashire in this format and in the County Championship. So a good couple of weeks here in the One Day Cup could really help his form when the County Championship returns at the end of August as well. Guess he's too good a player for that not to eventually happen.
Yeah, he certainly is, isn't he? The runs that he's racked up over the last 3 to 5 years, you know, a real chunk of runs each season, always near the top of the run scoring charts, especially for Lancashire. And it's a form that is so close, got him England honours. You know, he's always, well, in the last 2 or 3 years he was in the conversations of does he deserve a test call-up and should he be given a go.
Well, under a different era and a different management, that season where he got 1,000 runs probably would have
been I think
enough.
That's the year when they stuck with Pope, wasn't it, as well?
Single here for Hurst, just gets underneath the fingertips of Joey Everson. 53 for 1 ball left of the 14th over.
Yeah, full flowing Josh Bohannon is what all Lancashire fans want to see, especially going into the back end of that County Championship season.
Dot ball to end the over, just that single coming off it. Tidy stuff this from Joey Everson. He started very nicely. 4 overs for just 10. The last couple in particular have been pretty tidy. 53 for 1. Live on Lancs TV at the AO Farrington Cricket Ground, and a lovely sunny day for a picnic. Bring your blanket, have a lie down, bring your sun hat, have a snooze, watch a bit of cricket. Nice setup.
Yeah, it's lovely here. First professional game. Sellout crowd just for today, 2,000.
One other. Bank One Day Cup fixture taking place today. It's at Trent Bridge in East Midlands. Pocklington picking up 4 wickets for 40 from his 10 overs for Joe Pocklington. So a target of 200 to win for the Notts Outlaws, and they are 90 for 2 halfway through the 18th over.
You don't often see an opener batting through the year and not making the 3 figures, or even just batting through a one-day game.
Two wickets that Lancashire have got, Munsey and McCann. Munsey had a very good blast campaign for the Notts Outlaws. Asib Hamid batting at 4 in this competition for Notts.
Solid in behind that, Josh Bohannon. Bit of fancy footwork from Denley.
Attempt at fancy footwork, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't very fancy at the end.
There'd be something like, if I attempted that, that would probably be the outcome I'd have as well. I'd have to boot it somewhere else.
Along with a broken ankle for me.
Yes. Yeah, fraught with all sorts of danger, that, isn't it?
Well played from Bohannon in the end. So I must admit, Scott, that bit of cricket is one of my pet hates in cricket. I just think if you're nowhere near going to run him out, what I know they're trying to soften the ball up, but what is the point in throwing? Because if you do hit the stumps, or at least make sure you definitely don't hit the stumps. If they hit the stump, they've got a single. As a bowler, that'll very much annoy me.
Yeah, he annoyed Akash Singh as well, wasn't he? When you look watching his reaction to it, he was best pleased neither.
It's gone back to the fielder at backward point, and there's a loud shout of no from behind the stumps. 54 for 1 Lancashire. Bohannon 5 off 12, just starting to settle into his work, and Hurst 18 off 33. Looks pretty comfortable out there at the moment.
Yes, he's had the odd delivery that might well have just discomforted him a little bit. A couple of toe ends of the bat from balls that have kept a little bit low, but she had a good opening partnership and still going strong. Joey Everson, good start for him. This is his 5th over. Starts with a dot ball as well. Mentioned his performance in the One Day Cup final in 2022. I think that was the season that Lancashire finished runners up in all 3 competitions. Losing finalists in the T20 Blast and runners up in the first division of the county championship.
Was that when the Blast was it the no ball one? Was it Hampshire?
It was
I
Hampshire.
think it was a no ball for the last ball, and they set the fireworks off early.
Went off, yeah. Good job they had some in reserve. It's a bit of a chaotic chaotic end to a game, wasn't it? I mean, the chaotic days at the best of times, but when something like that happens. Dane Villas, he was fuming after the game. I was out in the middle waiting to chat to him, and he's such a lovely fella, but he was absolutely fuming. Well, it could be quite a spiky interview, and he was lovely, you know, as good as gold as ever, but wasn't happy. The then Lancashire captain.
I don't know if I'm making this up or if I heard it the other day on. I might have heard it on TMS when they was doing finals day actually. And that occasion, they said it was a free hit, of course, because he overstepped. But Hampshire ended up changing the field, and no one noticed.
That's right. I think that was the.
Right.
Yeah. It was some. It was. Sounds familiar. There was certainly a bit of a bit going on in that final over, and there's certainly that final delivery or two. Would have been James Vince, wouldn't it, the Hampshire captain? And you could take the atmosphere between the two skippers at the end of the game. Down the leg side, it's a great take. He's a wide rather than a stumping.
Benjamin actually took the stumps off, which was a brilliant take, and I think he took the leg stump out of the ground, but appealed at the other end for the court. Must have.
Nice work. Runs here for Bohannon. Couple through extra cover. And the over, he's on 8. 58 for 1. 16 overs gone.
Come to 5 on 5. Coming 4 on 4.
Again, Shing still continuing.